Be seated. Our first case is a violation of a pretrial agreement. Original charge was illegal possession of alcohol and ID fraud. Alaska Rose, are you here? Do you remember what I told you the last time you stood before me?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, that's good. So none of this should come as a surprise. You are facing 2 months on the original charges and up to a year on this latest allegation. Ma'am? Ma'am?
Mrs. Foster?
Miss Rose, who is this?
I'm your key witness.
Witness for what, ma'am? This isn't a trial. Now, if you'll please be seated.
You mean to tell me you sentenced this girl without a trial?
Her sentence is already set. She violated the terms of her pretrial agreement by being charged with another crime. Now, unless you're an attorney with a license to practice in this jurisdiction, I would kindly ask you to take a seat.
No, I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a friend. Now, that might not have much weight here today, but I have to believe that character means something in this courtroom.
I agree. It is the sum total of our choices which make up our character, which is why Miss Rose is here today, because of some of the choices that she's made.
Well, what about the other ones?
Pardon me?
Well, you said she's here because of some of her choices. What about the other ones?
I think I've been very patient with you.
Oh, you don't know patience until you have experienced constipation in your late 80s.
What is your name, ma'am?
Juliana Foster.
What is it that you're wanting to say to this court, Miss Foster?
I only know this girl because she was forced into my life. And what put her there? You? This court system? Yeah, maybe. But the real reason, the cause of her showing up in my room and grating on my nerves is because of her choices. You see, I believe that everything happens for a reason. Now, my mind isn't always that good, and things get kind of sketchy sometimes, but there are some things that I never forget. Like the day before Alaska showed up, I had made up my mind. I had decided that life had given me all it had to give me, and I was going to end it. Now, I'm not going to get all religious on you because I've never really been a church-going woman. But that night, I surely prayed to God. I talked to God and I asked Him to send me an answer. If my decision was the right one, to send me a sign. And the next day, this young woman showed up in my room. Now, I didn't have much information about this hearing today. But I knew if I had the possibility of making a difference, I needed to be here. Your Honor, Alaska Rose saved my life Now, if that doesn't count for something, what else does?
Thank you, Miss Foster. I appreciate your testimony. I truly do. Now, if you will have a seat, I would ask Miss Rose to step forward. Miss Rose, the purpose of your community service at Sunnyvale was to bring you to an understanding of the seriousness of your actions and an awareness of those other than yourself. Unfortunately, this last incident with the boy complicates matters and will have to be handled in a separate hearing. However, based on direct feedback, I am convinced that the original goal associated with your impending sentence has been fulfilled, and I am dismissing the charges. So ordered.